Howdy ho, everybody. How's it going? Call guy, Lyrical.
How you doing?
LD's taking a piss.
We lost somebody, I know.
Waiting for him to come back. I was going to try to connect, but we are in the game right now. It's Navi versus the CIS Rejects. We're still going strong.
Very strong indeed. We got in here. We're fresh blood, ready to go. I'm
Oh,
excited for this day. Taking a look at some solid European Dota into NA Dota afterwards, and we actually, what the heck? Interesting. The CIS Rejects actually ban out the IO this time around.
Well, I assume that means Navi have first pick. It looks like they do. Maybe they fear that Navi are going to put priority in picking up the Wisp. I wouldn't have taken him for a team that goes first pick Wisp, but they're like, we had a good thing going. We don't want you to steal it, just like you steal people. So
Yeah, I think they know their character. Oh,
it's a fact.
meme jarred up.
Really,
That's
you think
a little
Navi's stealing people?
You always have to showcase the shame.
Showcasing the shame.
It's too late now.
Instant replay. Into the Queen of Pain first pick for Navi.
I couldn't figure out how to connect to the game on that frickin' computer, by the way. You're like offline. You keep putting yourself offline, so can't find it.
Huh.
We're going to be good. It's wonderful. It's all great.
Why do you have to be online on your friends list to watch something Dota TV? I don't know.
Born things.
Definitely.
So, okay, we're in. We are in. We're doing it.
Okay, Queen of Pain, first grab. That's a Dendy hero, for sure.
Yeah, just a lot stronger right now than Puck. I liked the Puck pick. It felt like it fit okay, but there weren't many other options at that point. I think they picked Dendy's hero last. Yeah, it was last pick. And so Quap was banned. I think Wind Ranger was banned. Not many options.
Van Score Classic. This guy was an ace
Yeah.
on Dazzle. He was #1.
Don't yell at me.
I'm just telling you, this guy was really freaking good Dazzle for a while.
Hopefully he's still really freaking good. Just think
sure
about a Shadow Fiend here, potentially.
Oh,
CS
that armor
Rejects.
synergy is just nasty.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend would be pretty good here. You've got a good defensive support to protect him. Probably the best roaming hero right now, Tusk, is banned, although there's still other good ones. Like
Could do
Spear Breaker.
Slardar again. I'm just thinking of all that sweet
You
minus armor.
could do Slardar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you go for it first, too. I think
No,
it's more
you
important
don't.
to secure your mid.
Yeah, I'm just saying at some point you go for it.
Unless they want something different like a Wind Ranger, then maybe they go Slardar here.
Yeah. Certainly a possibility.
I'll just pick something for God's sakes.
Did they disconnect again?
Oh, God, please no. No, we're good.
So what do we put the most value in here? What happened to Clockwork? Remember when Clockwork was just an early pickup? I didn't think Clockwork was acknowledged last time at all.
Yeah.
I think he's still decent. All right, it is Wind Ranger. I didn't think they would necessarily pick it now, but it's a hero that definitely matches up better against Quap.
Very brave here.
Has a ton of kill potential on her once you get the Blink and Eggs. Like, at that point, you can solo kill Quap quite easily.
Mr. Magoo.
Ooh.
I am not a huge Ogre fan, to be honest. I feel like he's
Why?
quite overrated right now. Because the stun's just such low range, it's really hard to get it off reliably. But if you have someone else to initiate, it can be okay. But kind of the point of the Ogre is, like, you run in and initiate, right? That's the whole idea of the hero.
You can still put him together with like an Undying and have a fun
Yeah,
time,
I think
you
he
know?
can work in the right lanes. It's just he's not as versatile as like a Tusk, for example. Who,
What do you
to
guys
me is always first face.
think about a roaming Ogre here and just roaming over into the mid lane, trying to just punch Wind Ranger in the face for a little bit?
It's just tough because of the range of the stun. It's
Okay.
really short.
You can hit him with the good old Ignite and just kind of be there. Forces her away from the creeps a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to use something with the Bloodlust.
But like, if you're gonna pick Ogre, like, what makes him better than a Spear Breaker? And like,
Yeah.
unless you really plan to take advantage of Bloodlust,
Yeah.
or you're running a core Ogre. Man, I missed that actually.
Oh,
Remember when
that'd be
Ogre was
awesome.
played as a farmer?
Root
Like
Gaming
three
used to
that was
play a lot.
before they nerfed the stun range. That's when he was
Tolera.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Valera and Tubby the Fat, they would play Ogre mid lane and just rush an Ags.
That was oh Tubby.
It was
I miss
awesome.
my boy Tubby.
Darkseer ban, not real surprise. One of the few platinum tier offlaners that are just still in there and provide great team fight.
10 seconds.
Nope, not happening.
Ooh, I like that ban actually. I'm
Why?
not sure it's something the rejects would run, but
Well, always
it's
more
really
flyers,
good with the Wind Ranger mid,
Yeah.
especially allows her to potentially even win the lane versus Quap. And depending, obviously, if Navi aren't planning on picking the strongest lanes, then a Drow pick can just completely ambush you.
10 seconds
Well, and the other thing there is with the Dazzle defensive support, that keeps alive the Drow Ranger if you do go for some sort of very aggressive play.
At the same time, like they could have still gone for like a Clockwork or
Yeah.
a Spirit Breaker potentially. So
All right, I got to
they didn't have to ban the Drow. by
Every
any
time we
means.
say Dazzle, you have to say it like Dazzle.
Dazzle!
Every time this game. This
I
whole
love
game,
that.
If you don't do it, you have to put a chip in.
And if you ever forget, then you put a chip in.
Is that too mean?
I like
or
that.
maybe every twice you have to put a chip in if you miss it? You get a strike?
I'm okay with every twice.
Okay,
Okay.
so every second time you don't say Dazzle instead of
Okay.
the
I
real
like
way,
that.
chip goes in. Make it a bit more
So
interesting.
Dazzle Wind Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, you just
that's
took it
one.
there.
That's one.
This is gonna be really hard, guys. So Dazzle Wind Ranger.
It can be a terrible impersonation. It just has to have effort.
It's got to have that like trebulation, you know.
I'm just not gonna say his name anymore.
There's gonna be so many chips in the jar. Just say his real name. or
So
whatever.
Van
Say
score.
Kirk
Van
is gonna kill me.
Why? Oh,
This
because
is
you're on
like-
team.
Kirk hasn't even started casting yet. We already have like 9 chips or 10 chips in there. The closest is like 6. And I got
Does it
half
get-
of mine before I even started casting, just like casually walking by the casting setup.
Oh yeah,
Let's
there we
see,
go. Team
They
Red.
can't see it. You can turn it around maybe.
That's a lot of them.
They can't
This
see
is
it.
use.
There's a lot of red in there. That's all you guys need to know.
It's a pretty
There's a lot of
jar.
green in there too. Who's green?
Oh, are
Yeah, I'm green.
they go
Winter
Visage.
screwed me.
Oh, Winter the dank.
Do the
lord.
rejects want like a lycanthrope here?
Interesting. It's certainly a possibility.
always want to fly play such a good visage. Really good.
So good that he's turning you slightly
I'm just saying.
10 seconds.
Excited.
opposite your sexual orientation.
Kappa Pride.
Axe. Oh man.
Yeah, this is a
Call
Crimson
the
Guard.
birds.
Crimson Guard builder. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then what was the other option? Like an Undying. Could have got that Undying Ogre. Now you can't.
No.
No. Well, where's this axe?
Wind
going?
Ranger-
Is that, a
they're-
Funnic, is that a Funnic axe?
They're way too good at killing Tombstone. This is not an.
I have a
Undying
feeling
game.
that's going to be a core Havost axe right there.
Axe is definitely a Havost hero at times, but then who's Funnic gonna play? You know who's been ignored?
Remaining.
The Broodmother.
Ooh. That could be pretty.
What are you doing?
I was looking at Dakota while I said that. It's like,
Oh yeah, CIS rejects
Uh,
might go for it. They already banned the Dazzle.
but that's where like the axe kind of prevents
oh, yeah,
this.
why
I'm,
would you not even? Yeah.
I'm thinking even more for Na'Vi maybe. Like run the because Dazzle Visage are not very good.
That's
against
another
Brood.
one. That's 2.
Dazzle. All right. Let's run it out.
Maybe it should be 3. You're gonna really. We'll see.
This game sucks.
Spear Breaker. Interesting. There's going to be a hell of a lot of action here early. Do you think that they go like aggro try with axe? Is
Not
that
with
a
an
little bit-
ogre.
No.
No, you're against 2 ranged heroes already. I honestly think you could still consider Brood, but the Spear Breaker does discourage the pick. But it's all about the laning stage. So the thing is, if they go for Brood, the downside is they already have an Axe as a core, which means they don't really have room for a true hard carry. So they may not end up going for it here.
Reserve time.
So
Templar assassin.
Templar. Oh, this is a Funnic Queen of Pain Dendy Templar Assassin. Okay.
You think Funnic Quap over just an off
Avos
lane?
Quap?
Yeah. I think Kavos has played Quap on occasion. But yeah, Axe is more like he plays like those Axe Centaur heroes as well. So I think it's mostly going to come down to how Na'Vi think the lanes are going to match up.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah,
So
I think you're
doing what,
probably
that-
right. It's a little more likely
The
Kavos is on
inflamed
lanes.
jungling axe or whatever. Just have a 4-position axe.
I think that's a little. It's a little too. Well,
Yeah, that is way too greedy.
it kind of is. But TA Quap and Broodmother, if they want to go for it, are very independent.
That's true.
CS rejects aren't the best at contesting the jungle. You are going to give that's where the Brood pick would work, because then sure you're not like you're being greedy, but you have a Brood to shut down the support so that they're not going to have an easy time bottom. So I still think Na'Vi could pick Brood, jungle the Axe, and possibly get away with it, but the main concern would be if the Spear Breaker has some good rotations, because they won't have anyone to help.
Well, we got to think for CIS here. What are they going to be picking up? They don't have the craziest of late game. It's all on a Wind Ranger right now.
So it's off playing Spear Breaker, mid Wind Ranger. They still need their carry. That's a decent ban. I mean, it could be. They could mix up the lanes here, but I think it's a mid Wind Ranger.
It's tough to tell what they might want to go for here. in
I
terms of
mentioned
game
Lycan,
plan.
but Axe really discourages that pick as well. Who else?
Any other hefty sieging cores?
Maybe a
For the
Viper
late game?
potentially. That seems a little bit
Ew.
scary as well.
Pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean,
It helps against the TA, but it's still, I don't know.
They have good physical damage already. So I mean,
core Jakiro.
There we go.
I would love that. But
Sieging and helps with
someone
the
ran
TA.
that. Was it Fnatic or one of the SEA teams ran it today? Down to 5 seconds here. Anti-mage.
Oh, that's such a cop-out.
Spectre.
Ooh.
Okay.
I thought Spectre was going to be the end-all be-all of cores this patch because she was starting to come into play right before the patch hit when we were doing a lot of the American Dota and Ritsu was picking it up. And she had only received love in the patch, especially with her, like, indirect love, like with her items. Like the heart being buffed up, Radiance being buffed up, Manta was buffed up.
Desolate, much
Yeah.
better for accelerating your jungle.
So I just figured it was like, oh, that's only going to get better from here, but...
Well, and then
we
the
still
like the
haven't seen her
dispersion
on
buff sound like it was really hard to interpret at first, but basically it's supposed to make things like damage block and magic resistance better
Yeah.
on Spectre because you reflect first, then you take the damage. So it's based off of how much damage you take before reduction. But people aren't like I don't know. We're just not seeing that many like pipes or
They're not
Crimson Guards right now. So like that buff feels a little underwhelming, and I think teams are just playing so aggressive early on. With you see a lot of dual off lane. Spectre does need that safe lane, if not free farm, then at least some space to get levels. So
She's been able to.
this
have
could be a
deal-
decent Spectre game though. I like how they save it for the 5th pick because right now, I mean, you can't really go aggro Triley with Ogre Axe. You could run like a Quap +1 in the off lane, but they're still gonna have a hard time against Dazzle, Visage, Spectre.
Still do that Undying.
Yeah.
I think
Really
that lane
bully the
still loses
Spectre.
though. Dazzle Visage can just kill the Tombstone quite easily.
Some way to pressure the Spectre.
I feel like they're gonna have to do something
Called
like that.
it.
The silencer. There we go. Yeah, right. I think that Spec's going to be able to do a ton of damage once you get that couple of levels up on the Desolate there. You're going to be able to haunt on in and really sort of punish these lanes. I think that with the Spear Breaker there as well, you have a very strong potential to make some ganks happen. Probably, I would imagine on the TA is who they're going to have to focus. Do you think Spec gets an earn in this game?
Dazzle or Visage or Spear Breaker could also get an earn. So I really like Earn on Spectre, but I'm not sure if he's going to get it. It's mostly you want to get it if their other teammates are not. So either if they're poor or they want to rush, say, a Medallion or Mech or something like that. Huh. The one thing I worry about for CIS Rejects, though, is they don't really have the best initiation until they get a Blink Dagger on the Wind Ranger. Like, you charge, there's Global, which can kind of interrupt that chain of initiation. You've got Axe to counterplay it, TA, who's pretty durable, Quap, who can blink away.
Why did they go with the silencer last? It didn't seem
I think
like
it's
it was
it's just the combo breaker. So if they see a fight breaking out, they can't fully abuse like the haunt charge combination and just blow heroes up. But I don't know. It's also a decent zoning support.
very good
You're up
against
against the Spear
Dazzle,
Breaker.
too.
So
Yeah.
oh, did we do our mango bet?
Oh, no, we didn't.
I said it
Let's-
was below.
Let's
I-
just
looks
assume
like I won.
I think in fairness here, Dakota
Yeah.
would have taken the under. We would have taken the over. So that's another chip.
All right.
Oh,
I am
Red
just-
and what? Green.
Green. I'm green.
I have like
You're getting wrecked,
15
man.
chips in there, man. I suck at betting. I'm not a good gambler.
Funnick sitting in the Roche pit, ready to pop on out and say, surprise, I'm here. Did take Blink level 1. I guess that makes sense for that
well
off
said.
lane.
It's blind.
Is this the anti-mage Quap set?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're so ugly I can't look at you.
Want to be Illidan? And I mean the Warcraft 3 Illidan, not the player.
You're old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting that rune. It's got to go
No.
to Dendy. Looks like each
Funnick.
mid laner. Oh, Funny's gonna blink.
He's gonna
snag
jack it.
Oh, get it, Funny, get it. Watch this. Mine.
Oh.
He didn't get it. He did not get it.
Fast fingers.
I like that play though. That way you don't expose yourself, so they don't know you're thinking about it.
I'm also going to mention here, I like the Quap going to the off lane. One of the best parts, I feel like, of this tri-lane here for CIS Rejects is the Grave Chill from Visage and the ability to really slow down a team. If you ended up running, another hero there, potentially, I mean, it wasn't going to be the Ogre, but you still have the potential to get caught out And being able to have that blink away always, I think, is just so key to her survivability in this lane.
So they do kind of pull a bit of a curveball with the traditional laning setup, which would be Axe off lane. So it is going to be the Ogre Quap aggressive. They need the full tri-lane here to take this. Ogre, pretty good bruiser early on. I think Na'Vi will actually be able to harass quite a bit with this. Visage, that 0 base armor, man. This is not a good hero at the early levels against a strong right-clicking
Great slow.
offlaner.
The bird is made of paper mache.
Yes.
That's where the Dazzle comes into play.
He's got the heals. We'll zone back.
There's the Grave Chill, slowing that attack speed.
Yeah, as long as they maintain the tri-lane, I think they'll be okay here.
Ogre
And
after Vance.
want to point out, Na'Vi did block the pull-through camp, as well as drop a ward, which I believe also blocks near the regular pull camp.
Did they spot that the pull through was blocked? I don't know if they spotted it.
No,
yet.
that one was placed very early. I don't think they saw. I don't think they saw the sentry. They may have noticed that this ward got planted because it just got planted.
He's not even going for the single pull, even so.
Yeah, well, they can't really, because one of these supports alone doesn't have a great time against the... Like, Spectre Dazzle is not going to be able to handle the,
did he not go
the
Glaive
Ogre
first?
Queen.
On Silencer?
No, this is actually really cool. I like what he did. He went for Curse first, and then you've also got the Battle Hunger on Axe, so
Yeah.
he's just getting crazy damage over time.
Just screw that hero, man. When I play in the off lane, I see a Silencer.
This
F
is the
off.
really good thing about the Silencer pick. Sure, he's a little bit squishy, but he's a great zoning support.
Always want to fly, dropping low, taking a heck of a lot of damage from this dagger right here. No magic resistance either. It's to salve back up after this one. Oh my god, one more right click. Funnick's going to be able to draw first blood there.
Uh-oh. Phonic, though, could lose his life. Will lose it. Spectre's going to be picking that one up, but First Blood Bounty going to be going Navi's way.
Yeah, Spectre is CSing well and gets a kill, so I think they're still okay with this, but at the same time, Na'Vi will be happy with the first blood. So I think neither teams can be like, oh shit, that's terrible for us.
Yeah.
Pretty even exchange.
Oh, Shackle mid lane. Dendy's taking a bit of damage. Not quite able to get enough there, but the power shot brought him low after burning through his refraction charges.
Iceberg's doing a nice job here.
Yeah, Power Shot, level 2. Refraction's back up again for Dundo. We'll be fine. They're going to have to go stacks, though. At some point, Navi's going to have to get someone over there on those stacks built up for Dendy. There's not really many free hands. So that's the problem. Get that bottle off the floor.
Just dropping your
The
trash.
level... Okay.
Dropping your trash everywhere.
We need a flying courier as well, Navi. There we go. Jeez.
Yeah, it's rejects. And Na'Vi. A little bit slow.
Hey, Husky.
It's early for these teams, man. The European teams are... Actually, it's not that early. It's like when they would start play matches, but... European teams tend to play only late at night.
Oh! Silencer gets a kill, but bottom lane's where the action's breaking out, and so Nico could be in trouble. Will go down. Everyone participating in on that one, and Funnick has the blink to slip away, but Spirit Breaker, yeah. Gonna be losing his own life. That very annoying zoning Silencer paying off right now, and Havost has a ridiculous amount of room. Top of CS, 22 and 6.
And he's maxing Battle Hunger, too. He's just going to push this Spear Breaker out of lane forever. This is so frustrating to play
And
against.
Spearbreaker doesn't have a nuke or some easy way to CS, so...
Yeah.
If he runs in, he potentially gets called. He also takes the curse and auto attack damage, so he's very
Nighttime
limited.
surprise. Oh, he got shot with the power shot, too.
That was a solid power shot.
Yeah, Goritz is going to have a hard time laning. I don't know where you really go, though. Like, can't easily gank bottom. Maybe you can kill the Ogre. Quap can always blink out.
Maybe you can kill the ogre. Got 8 armor.
Yeah, I mean, if he's taking Desolate damage and he's like, say, all the... Oh, they're jumping on mid again. On to Dendy they go. Goritz, it's the fake back. Pretend like you're running, then back off. Shackle is available, but Iceberg forced to skate away. This does leave the Axe completely unchecked top lanes. This is going to be an incredibly fast... It's got to be a Blink this game. They don't have another initiator, so I'd be very surprised if he goes Vanguard. Yeah, super fast Blink, and then you can go and punish a Spectre early on. Doesn't have crazy base armor or agi gain. Normally here that gets tanky through items, not and abilities, which requires some time to level up.
Yeah. A little bit more harassment down in the bot lane, but it doesn't look like anybody really wants to commit too far to this. The Ignite damage does so much, though. It's really frustrating to play against. And with Silencer stacking over there at the Ancient Camp as well, this is going to leave the Spirit Breaker to have a little bit more room up in the top lane to get levels.
Yeah, he needs it.
Oh, the rejects. Looking like They may have a bit of a tough mid game ahead of them. Dendy's farming well. Windranger is matching that, but to me, the big playmaker will be Havos this game. You're getting your levels on Queen of Pain in the off lane. She can add some follow-up damage, but the key hero that will have the largest impact over the next 10 minutes is probably going to be the spear, or the axe. So with Havos likely to have a fast blink, it's just all eyes on him. He's already level 6. He's basically had a safe lane to himself here.
Yeah, he's been having a really great time. All that zoning really paying off, and see if he's going to be able to make something of it as well. It does look like Vanscore is going to be able to, I didn't say it, Dazul is going to be able to get this rune. No, actually leaves it for TA.
Uh-oh, charge coming in onto Saniko. Able to dagger up to the high ground. Does have stick charges, but Vanscore down. Oh, quick snipe. The counterplay from Always Wanna Fly, and now the charge connects onto Dendy. Goritz, you're not getting this done by yourself, my friend, even with the Oov.
Yep.
Dendy will skirt away.
Still, though, it's Havost. Getting a lot. Top lane here. What did he commit for? Is he going to go early Vanguard?
No, he's saved. Oh, he did buy. Yeah, he is going early Vanguard.
Early Vanguard.
Okay. I mean, maybe he's just going to start creep skipping the the Spectre's lane and look to.
I mean, if by like 11 minutes, you still end up getting the Blink Dagger, so you have like Blink Vanguard at like 11
That's true.
minutes,
They are
you're
stacking
fine.
Ancient, so, and he's probably, well, normally the TA clears them, though.
It's
so
probably
I'm
for
not
the
sure.
TA, so he's...
They don't have other stacks. It may take him a bit longer.
It's still, fine to get an early Vanguard, just as long as he
I
can
don't
get
know.
that
Early
follow-up
Blink's
Blink Dagger.
so good
I
this
know.
game, though. Like, you catch Dazzle, he's just dead. You catch... Even if you catch someone else, sure, he can grave, but you have enough follow-up lockdown that they're probably not TPing out, so... I'm honestly surprised. This is going to give Spectre extra breathing room, unless he just, as soon as he gets Vanguard, comes bottom and starts cutting the wave, but that's a risky play.
I guess the other thing here as well is that it's going to help for his eventual build into Crimson Guard. You could argue that he could have delayed it as well, but helping against the damage block for the birds, it's
Just gonna
kind of
need
an
it
okay
eventually.
idea.
It's also really good against Focus Fire, especially before you get Ags. Like, each
Yeah.
auto... It's a lot of small instances of damage, so Crimson Guard, excellent in those types of situations.
Uh-oh, Iceberg trying to make it away, so Nico shows himself. TP will force them to second-guess their commitment. Little Vanscore there to the rescue.
Spectre not really having an easy time, though. When they force the TP, that means it's a Spectre versus a Quap. We all know who's going to enjoy the lane more at that point.
True enough. Artez is 201, which is pretty solid. It's a
If
good
he didn't
start.
have those kills, he'd be in a lot of trouble. And
Yeah.
still Navi are leading 3-0-1, so much stronger start this time around.
Definitely.
Vanguard's done, so if he can just quick rush out of Blink Dagger right now, I think all is fine. He's just going to do that. Go into the jungle, still continues to get silence to the top lane so he can rush to getting his global online.
Oh, you know what? The other thing, he's going to be able to come over and take these ancient stacks really easily.
Yeah, he could tank them for the TA, but I think you want the TA getting the gold,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah, Dendy's probably going to go right Desolator.
Dendy is pretty much all of their sustained damage. Pop
Bottom
says the
lane.
burst. Has the ultimate available, though. Nice grave. Funnick going to hang on to the... Oh, but gets bashed 17% every time. Even though it has been changed.
No,
Looking for the
I don't think you could do it.
potential follow-up here. No Nether Strike yet.
And Queen of Pain's just going to be happy to walk away from that one. No big deal.
So this is the stage of the game where TA stacks the Ancients, gets ready to farm them. Does have the max refraction, level 2 Psyblade, so it will take a while, but can do them at this point if she wants to.
Do you think that the Radiant might know about this and try and contest it? I feel like
It's like standard dire TA play, so they may suspect it, but they haven't actually scouted it as far as
But
I've
can
seen.
they do anything about it? I mean, you're Visage, a Dazzle,
It's
and,
really
Spear
risky.
Breaker, you know?
It's really risky.
You
Like
do have
Who's
Haunt.
Spearbreaker can run in there and scout it out, but he may die for the effort. Tier 1's still up. You can easily rotate, so I would say they probably don't want to risk it.
Can't do anything.
Spectre doesn't even have Haunt, so he can't even join the fight. Or
Yeah.
she can't even.
CIS
join.
Rejects is, I think they're just going to have to go for a game where they're taking it long, hoping for a Spectre Prime. I mean,
Yeah,
you bother contesting Navi with their early mid-game pressure? I mean, TA and Axe. It's not saying we're going late.
Always want to fly. About to feed here. Favos can just get the call off, and you betcha he
Get
can.
in front of him. Get in front of him. It doesn't matter.
Are you kidding?
Easy dunk.
easy peasy lemon squeezy. Iceberg picks up the little phase boots as well. The null tally's got a good amount of damage. Actually, though, off to the side here, the Spearbreaker did find Dendy, so they know about these
where
stacks.
You go? Oh, the stun's on cooldown. That was such an easy Spirit Breaker kill. Just a bit unlucky. Well, lucky for the Spirit Breaker. Unlucky for Sunico. Oh, he wants so badly to use this Quap ult. Not enough!
Wow! Got him!
Oh, he could have graved.
That was an aggressive blink, though, and no blink for another 10 seconds. He's actually... Oh, yeah. Artez thought about it.
Artez is in trouble now. 5 seconds.
He's fine.
He thought about it. He definitely thought about it.
Navi's being really efficient right now. Farming the jungle with the Axe, farming the Ancients with the TA, support's getting lane farm. They're just using the map better. 8k experience, 6k gold. This is just a very well executed early game, and frankly, haven't seen this from Navi in a while. No excessive flame intended, but they definitely seem to be more on point this time around.
Funnick getting charged in the bottom lane, chasing down
All right,
Artez
is
at the bottom lane.
this where the feeding begins?
It's a question.
Navi, this is number 12 now. Gotta get that win eventually.
At some point, it's bound to happen.
12 games.
Can they go on Havos? Global gets
Whoa,
popped.
sorry,
He's gonna turn,
denied.
gets the call. He's trying to drag everybody next to him. Get ready for some dunks. Maybe.
Or not.
Oh, nice shackle.
He can buy this blink.
Oh, a haunt follow-up here. I gotta get the blink. I gotta get it. I've got the blink. I'm fine now, but...
Oh, the
Life-
spins.
Oh, no.
No
Get
mana.
Yeah, I gotta dunk. He doesn't get in there to dunk him. No mana.
Did buy his blink, but that's still a very big kill.
Bummer.
Dazzle's the one that ends up picking that one up, but really nice there. It looked really bad at the start for the global silence getting popped off, but able to turn that one around for 1100 gold swing. Pretty nice there, CIS rejects.
That really hurts. Your first big move as an axe is dying.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets the one solo kill.
He needs
top.
to do work now, though. He's got blink and Vanguard.
Yeah,
It's
this is the time. Quap
Do
ult's,
something.
Quap ult's cooling down in 30 seconds. They've got control of the enemy jungle with the traps. You get a kill or two, you can take the tier 1 bottom, possibly the tier 1 mid, and then you can look at Roche. So,
Dendy getting
all eyes
charged
on
here.
Havost. As well as Dendy, who's got a DD rune picked up. Uh-oh. Bam! Takes down one, looking for a bit more. Might be in trouble here. Back their way as PSM moseys on forward. 3 heroes caught out, and Dendy wants to re-engage. They're braining in Havost. He's about to get in range for that first blink call. Could be the start of something beautiful, but Dendy doesn't have the backup required just yet. His Iceberg goes to work. Nice Queen of Pain ult. Blink, call on 3. Get ready for the Slam Jam.
He's on fire.
Not yet, but he's getting there. He's
Oh,
definitely heating up
Jesus.
now.
Jesus.
It was
They
gorgeous.
didn't have a lane ward bottom, so I actually also don't know if they saw the blink purchase because it was right before he died.
That one was worth it. Spec actually got away from that one?
Yeah, he got away, but his CS is awful.
Yeah.
34 CS. Not to say he could have done better. The lane was just not good, but especially with all the rotations being forced towards mid and the top lane. But yeah, even 3-0 and 3, he's still 3,500 net worth. So.
What did you just pick up?
Treads, I think.
Aquila.
Oh, you already
Is
had the
this
Treads. Got
is
the
this
Aquila.
not a relic kind of a game? Is this kind of Spectre game
Every
where you're
game's
like,
a relic
where
kind
you're
of
like,
a
I
game.
kind of had to get a Yasha.
It's really nice for TA. I think you still hope for a Radiance. If you die a couple of times, then maybe not.
Come here, Dazzle. Yeah.
Oh, that's frustrating.
That's just
It's
hard
gory.
to watch.
Welcome to the Axe Show. Take a seat, grab some popcorn.
But if he doesn't do this game, then Navi's not playing the game they were set out to do.
This draft is
is
designed to
fire.
run it.
Yeah.
CIS rejects that. Oh,
There we go.
Slight whiff.
Nice dodge.
Follow-up bump on the Funnick and a shackle. Bosa's got to get in there and stop it, diffuse the situation. And there's going to be a great global, and they're going to be able to get the finish off on the Iceberg. Turn back Soul Assumption. Funnick, blink away. Uh-oh, Gorians is in trouble, but he's got to try to charge through. He's going to go out like a man. Oh, Grave keeps him alive. So Nico looking to go in. They're going to get the cleanup, and there's going to be the bump through. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade, an advantage actually for the rejects here. How the
Gord's
hell did
gonna
Gorians
die.
live? Okay, now he's dead.
Yeah, got the last ignite on him. Funnick also got away on less than
I mean,
100 health
Artez is
there.
playing this perfectly. He has not died yet against endless pressure all around the map, but yeah, he's going to have to buy a couple more cost-effective items, I guess. He gets the stick now. Oh, boy. No mana for the dunk. Small consolation here for the rejects.
He's going for a force.
Rock City,
Not
I
going straight to finish the Crimson Guard on Vavost.
I guess not. Force is pretty... It's good for chasing heroes like the Wind Ranger. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a mandatory force game, but good to avoid being kited in general. I think Navi looks for Roche soon. Even though they don't have the tier 1 mid, they're just so much stronger in the team fights right now, especially with Haunt being on cooldown. So yeah, no Haunt. Navi say, this is our time to grab a second life for Deadly.
And he's pretty well set. He's got his Deso now. He's got Phase Boots, Aquila. Going to be able to build on into probably a Blink next, would you guys imagine? I feel like that's the build. Just be able to get that
yeah,
soak
that's just at this, like, Blink used to be, I wouldn't say situational, but not an every game item, but now Blink does. With the buffs to Deso, the nerf to Medallion, TA is just such a Roche queen that you always want to get the Deso, and then you always want the Blink to be able to dive and chase. And the other big thing is the refraction change, where until your refraction's cleared, you can actually still Blink. It used to be as soon as you got attacked, like, didn't actually take damage, but were targeted for damage, that it got disabled, so... Yeah, Blake's just core now.
Another 3-stack Ancients here as well.
Yeah.
Solid.
Again, the economy for Navi has been impeccable this game. Look at the CS. Axe at 131, TA at 100. Next closest is a Wind Ranger with a measly 77. And a lot of these for the TA are Ancients as well.
Rejects are just going to have to hold out. I mean, the Dark Horse is clearly going to be the Spectre, but still just quite a ways away. And oh god, there's trouble. Navi show themselves. They're going to cut off Iceberg here. And
the Berserker's call caught him from the other side of the tree, so he had to, like, the pathing was to run all the way around the trees. But he was called. So he finally got, like, one auto attack off. That was pretty clowny.
Global 2. Oh, that hate.
Always want to fly. Jeez.
He is loving life. And now Crimson Guard's inbound. This game is going to be very hard for the rejects.
They've already lost the other 2 outer towers there as well for tier 1s, and looking to take the mid here in just a second. Yeah, it's going to become really difficult for them to do anything. Like, all of their map control is going to get shut down. I guess the plus side is if you see the warding for the rejects right now, it's pretty solid keeping their jungle intact, but it's just looking like at some point in time they're going to have to fight against this, and when that happens, it's not looking good for them.
Yeah, they have good jungle vision, but Navi don't really care if they're scouted. Like, Deadly has an Aegis. Havost is God. PSM is never going to be the first one to clear high ground, and even Funnick has a 4-step, or sorry, Yule Scepter to point boosters. And Ogre's a brute, so they can always just run in, even without vision. Oh, she got all amped up now with the blood loss.
I know, it's like, she's a big girl right there.
Our baby's growing up.
That's blood loss.
She's turned into an Amazon.
She's as big as the golem.
Ogre does some terrible things to people, or beautiful, depending on your point of view.
So 5 men heading on over, trying to push on out the bottom lane now that they ended up taking on out the mid tier 2 tower just like it was nothing. And we're going to see the Spectre rotate over to the top lane now as well, or mid lane to just get a little bit more farm. I don't know if, like, can you even contest this? Does Spectre, I feel like Spectre's not going to be able to get the Radiance quick enough to be able to really defend against the last tier 2, and then it's just on to tier 3s after that. I guess maybe fight for the next Aegis?
It's risky.
It's going to be, like, that's a ways down the road. The only objective for the rejects to me right now is don't die, try to trade, like, don't take a fight, but try to get a tower for a tower whenever possible, and wait for the Radiance. And then maybe take a fight very selectively, but...
Yeah, they've yet to take a tower.
You are not fighting into the Aegis, into the Deso, into the completed Crimson Guard. They need to take this tower and back. Because they right now do not see anyone aside from one hero who's TPing top. They're going.
Thinking about fighting. They might try to turn this around on the Navi, but I don't think they can take a fight.
Tower gets denied. That's just more damage their income. Does that still work? The call while you're Yules? Yeah, that got changed.
To charge.
Maybe Havos not realizing it. I don't know if he's played Axe since then, or just wasn't expecting the Yules.
Suits his playstyle.
Yeah, good call there. Havost has been so comfortable on this hero this game.
You'd think that this is a Havos kind of hero, you know?
Oh, it's
jump
definitely
in, balls to the wall.
It's definitely a
it's
Havos
like
kind of hero.
farm all game, but this is a Havos kind of hero. Surprised they don't run it
because a lot of the Havos carries, like traditional carries, they're not really in the meta anymore. Like, you think of Havos heroes, you think of Weaver, Lifestealer. He is known for little anti-mage. Void's another hero where you can play super aggro and still be kind of a late game carry, but
oh, nice.
like the current Havos heroes are mostly
get her
tempo
nice and big.
controllers.
Get her nice and big in there to fight.
Buff her up, baby. She's big, so she has big boobs. she's got big
play.
thighs, man. She squats. Let me tell you, this Templar assassin squats. She's
High
powerlifting.
damage. Okay. This is it, guys. Game number 12
This is the
for
one.
Na'Vi. This is the one
The combo breaker.
to get it back in the win column. The start of Na'Vi being in form once more. Did not want to
They're gonna back up.
dank it up there.
Chat was not liking the vision of an Amazonian
They don't
Templar
like the-
assassin
oh,
doing squats.
Chat doesn't like the vision of women. That's
Oh
weird.
God, Artez gets jumped on.
Wrecked Reno. Dunk!
Boom.
See ya. That's big.
That's the Spectre.
Just
This
when he's
is-
starting to like kind of get close. And meanwhile, mid lane. Hello. Brave, but quickly interrupted here. And now he's going to try to turn
Not
around.
yet. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a dead iceberg.
Na'Vi looking pretty strong this game. They were able to make it happen. I felt like their lanes were just able to sort of put the pressure on where they needed to. That bottom lane went pretty well for them. I mean, they did end up losing a couple of heroes here and there, but overall able to pressure the Spectre enough that just wasn't able to get the farm that he needed.
Yes, I'm now with 2,500
Ooh,
gold.
what's he gonna get? Refresher is usually the top option, unless you're a weirdo and like to go straight
Dagon?
Agnums.
Just a little naked Dagon, maybe?
Atos.
Refresher is definitely the item. If you're
It's not
playing...
even necessary.
It's
now.
not
like anyone has
needed.
BKB. You know.
Oh. He's scouted here, Quartz. This is...
This is my chance for a kill.
He just saw the
two
cop
sub
running
bill.
by. He's like, "Aw."
Just want to kill.
Have you ever seen a cow cry before? This might be the first
They
time.
sound the same.
A slight little, like, lilt in their voice.
It goes for the mech.
Boring.
That is incredibly boring, but a solid pickup. Can't argue with it.
I mean, they've
Armor
got,
great versus the Dazzle.
Dazzle.
Is that another?
That's
two?
one. That's one.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
give
just
you
like
one.
resigned to throwing the chips in the jar. I can't wait for this stupid fucking game to end, honestly.
Force staff blink catches always
Force
want to
blink
fly.
Going in. They got him. Oh wait, he actually can. He's healed up. Waiting for the dunk. Waiting for the dunk. Waiting for the dunk. Oh, Funnick is a jerk.
Stole it away from you. He wanted to see blood. Blood in the mid lane.
All right, time to break high ground. No Radiance yet. This is go time. They have the mech online. Havost is super fat. The only thing they are lacking is the new Roche. But I think they're far enough ahead. If they don't throw this, they should be able to calmly siege, work on the tower. If not kill it, at least chip away.
Starting to get broken down a little bit here. Still no Radiance. He's getting closer, but it's still going to be the Relic, and then he's got 1,400 after that to be able to build on up. It's a long ways to go.
This is it. Na'Vi about to get that win.
Yeah, Artez is doing what he needs to. He has to get out on the map, take a risk here or there. Ideally, if you're Na'Vi, you try to hide the axe where possible so that he doesn't feel safe to go out on the map, but at the same time, if they're actually looking to siege, then they need him relatively close. So
Well, and the other
the
thing is,
BOTs come in handy for that. He can push out top, threaten the Spectre even, and then TP in mid when they actually go.
he's been able to farm on up, and he's 4-1, so he's only died one time this entire game. We do have a 4-man smoke coming out, so maybe hoping to catch somebody as they're farming out the jungle. I like this play a lot. They were spread out a little bit, but now you've seen Na'Vi group back together, and they probably know that something is up. Recognizing the danger.
They have the Blink Down Wind Ranger. I don't know if we mentioned it. Hasn't gotten a chance to use it offensively. But at the same moment, Na'Vi are on the smoke. Neither team's scouting each other per se, but I think both teams a little suspicious, especially Na'Vi, as the rejects have been off the map for a long, long time.
Yeah, I feel like the CIS rejects need to get out of here right now. If they stick around too much longer and they get caught out into a big fight at this point, 5-on-5, well, there's only two right now. It's Ogre and Axe. That's still really dangerous. Artez gets caught out a little
This is
bit.
not the hero you want getting caught, but it's the one that is, and nowhere to go. Artez Now the global silence committed a two-hero
Oh.
charge. Almost in dunk range. That was close. A lot of other stuff going on at the same time. Dendy breaking high ground in the mid lane. Also being chased out as Vankskor. Looks like Funnick's going to be able to finish him off. We'll tick down to the poison here. One more auto attack. Down he goes. PSM, though, may die. This could be a big turn of events. Oh, Artez doesn't get the last hit, but still, they bring him down. And in the end, the cow must be sacrificed on the altar of Spectre in order to secure Artez his relic, and soon, perhaps, the Radiance. This is not over, guys. I mean, it is really bad right now for CIS rejects, but they have Spectre. If there's anyone who can come back from this type of deficit.
It's 20K right now, so if they came back, it'd be freaking amazing. But
It would be it'd probably be top 10 biggest comebacks of all time in competitive Dota, if not higher.
well, and they're capable of doing it. I mean, they haven't broken high ground yet. Tier 3 is still up, if only barely, by about 100 HP. Spectre's pretty good with the Radiance. That's all I'm going to say. And I think that they're in a capability here with a lot of blinking heroes being able to burn through the refraction. Although with Aegis up as well, that becomes a lot larger of a goal.
Yeah, I mean, if Navi safe siege it, the tower's almost dead. You have a fresh global in 50. I'm supposed to build an Octarine? What is this?
Oh, catch with the shackle in the mid
Bloodstone
lane.
even?
I don't know if they're going to be able to burn him quick enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But Dendy's coming. Big bad TA in the house.
Boom. Good grave. Saves him for now, but they change targets. They'll be able to bring down Goreus. Now they're looking for Vankskor here. Havost jumping quickly in. Well, Vankskor was there, but now he's gone. A dunk lead through from Havost, and 3 go down all day. Allows Navi to come right above the staircase, and they're going to start chomping away at this tier 3.
Navi. The streak. The dream. It's happening.
They're going to get a win.
It's happening.
Finally.
They're going to get a win.
It's beautiful.
Monkeys off their back, and you know, Navi had a little bit of magic about them at the TI5 qualifiers.
This is the start.
This could be the beginning.
Now
to
let's
Kotl.
go 12 the other way.
They're in Group B, which definitely seems to be a little bit weaker. Though NIP was playing really well earlier. But this, I could see Navi finishing top 2. I wouldn't give it great odds, but it's possible.
Certainly a possibility. You
Radiance
got to
is
believe.
out now, though.
Oh, here we go. Global
Insta
silence.
silence. Goreus not going to be able to make it away.
By the time he gets to Haunt, the fight's probably going to be over.
Go, Artez. This is your chance. Oh, he got called.
Yep.
Radiance.
Doing a lot of
Missed
damage.
chance.
Dendy's dropping pretty quickly here to the Wind Ranger.
oh.
Still has the Aegis. Still has the BKB.
Oh, great.
Dendy's fine. But they haven't gotten the second lane of Rax at the very least. Able to hold serve for now.
Okay, okay. Good shackle. They might get Havost down. They got him. He's done. Havonic blinking away.
It's actually okay.
Monster kill streak. 1254 bounty gold. Who got it? Was it Artez?
Wind range? Oh, no, it was Artez.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
2K
He just got his
gold.
Radiance. He suddenly has 2,000
If Navi lose this game.
Oh,
somehow,
God.
somewhere.
Okay, I have cast enough Dota to say it is never impossible to throw a game of Dota. This is still throwable, but it's very close to being impossible to throw because they're almost certain to get this next slate of Rax. There's no glyph. They still have Aegis. They should just go heal, go as 5, maybe wait for the global. But if they start clowning around, you know, diving for kills, you know, doing Navi things, then they
So,
can throw this.
As long as Navi just don't Navi this one out.
as long as Navi don't Navi.
So what's the
fine.
item for Artez then? Do you think that he goes for something big here, or does he try and
Does
just
he
get
need to
value?
like, hard to muscle up? Does he get refresher? A manta?
Looks
Well.
like Diffusal or Manta is the choice.
Yeah. AC picked up by Quap now
He's
as
kind
well.
of squishy. Yeah, I think Quap can auto it, like man fight the Spectre almost.
Visage has an Agnums now, though. It's a third bird. More gold. Oh, boy.
More gold for the axe.
Exactly. You can't dunk birds, right? No, you can't. That got the little counters on them.
Are you sure? You might be able to. I'm actually not sure. In any case, it's not going to reset your dunk, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a very effective use of it. It would be kind of a dick move, though, to really rub it in, if
Yeah.
it's possible. Things I've never tried in Dota 2.
All right, Haunt's back up again. They definitely have a potential to go on in here. Spearbreaker looks to initiate.
And he has the Aegis, though. Not really the guy you want to start the fight on. Shackle will latch, but Havost trying to get some bird action. Delicious turkey dinner.
Oh, they got a bird. They got the racks here. Dendy just hits so freaking hard, man.
Oh boy,
Oh.
this is gonna get ugly.
All right, no, still fine. Trap back. Good shackle this one again onto Dendy. But he's got a crimson card that you're going to have to break through. And then a refraction. Okay, Dendy got a kill. Wow. Fritz is dead.
Dendy decided to auto attack.
Yeah, he's got the crit now. Daedalus up.
Magician.
Global Silence is still up here as well.
Shackle is not gonna latch. Eee. Na'Vi showing some real discipline here, guys. Looks like PSM is getting in their heads.
I think they heard you.
He was, I forget if it was an interview or a profile or what that I read, but it sounded like he was a real, like, strict captain about, like, in-game decision-making, maybe even practice schedule as well, so. It's something that Na'Vi definitely has lacked in the past compared to other teams, just discipline and patience, but it seems like they have a bit more in this game.
Octarine up on Axe.
All right, let's see it. Octarine Axe.
He can call almost
Oh.
every, like, he's almost Berserker's
Oh.
calling half the time.
Oh, okay.
It's ready in 4 seconds. Like, call's almost up again. He's got another call now. This is disgusting. Not to mention the mana is great on X.
Yeah, certainly being able to toss those out consistently.
I would have got a
Siege.
Lotus Sword right there and there. You can see that shackle come in, Lotus it right back.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the best item, but it's a cool item.
Force in call. That is game. Na'Vi break their 11-game loss streak with a win here in game number 12. They've done it.
1-1.
Making it happen.
Keeping the dream alive, also keeping the rejects down a little bit. That silencer pick worked out quite well. Great
Yeah,
globals. He also zoned, like, the Spearbreaker just abandoned top.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
plus the battle hunger, which you pointed out, Gabe, that was a really potent combo. So I like the silencer pick. Avos just
Yeah, they
did
did
everything right, basically. He didn't go for Blake first, but he proved that the Vanguard first was definitely a strong build in this game. And, you know, TA did TA things. I don't think Dendy had to do anything too crazy this game. Just stack Ancients, farm them. And Funnig didn't die bottom. He also pressured the Spectre, kept him down early. So just a solid all-around performance by Na'Vi.
Yeah, looked really good. There wasn't any weaknesses. They executed perfectly, didn't go over-aggressive. They never really felt like they were out of control of the game, I don't think. They were consistently in the driver's seat.
So Na'Vi, they break the streak, guys. They're 1-11 in their last 12 games.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.